Forget the bloody battles, the giant axes, and the roaring warriors. What if I told you that the greatest victory of the Vikings had nothing to do with war? Imagine standing on a freezing beach in Norway, looking at a black, endless ocean that has swallowed thousands of men. You have no map, no compass, and the winter is destroying your crops. To save your family, you must build a wooden ship with your bare hands, sail into the terrifying unknown, and fight the most ruthless enemy of all, Mother Nature herself. The real Viking journey begins now.
In the freezing spring of 870 AD, the village of Kattegat was quiet. There were no sounds of swords clashing or warriors preparing for a raid. Instead, the only sound was the steady thud-thud-thud of a wooden hammer. Floki, a master shipbuilder, was completely covered in sawdust and sweat. He was an older, thin man, wearing a simple linen shirt and a thick leather apron. He didn't look like a scary warrior, but in this village, Floki was the most important man alive. The past winter had been too long and too cold. The crops had failed, and the people were running out of food.
They could not survive another year in this icy land.
They had heard rumors from old sailors about a magical island far to the west, a land of hot springs, green grass, and no enemies.
They called it Iceland.
But to get there, they needed a ship stronger than anything Floki had ever built. For 3 months, he and his sons worked day and night. They did not use iron nails. Instead, they carefully bent massive oak planks and tied them together with strong ropes made from animal hair and tree roots. This made the ship flexible, allowing it to bend and slide over massive ocean waves without breaking. Finally, the longship was ready. It was beautiful, fast, and strong. 30 men and women, along with sheep, seeds, and barrels of fresh water, boarded the ship. They wore heavy wool cloaks to protect themselves from the freezing wind. There was not a single weapon drawn or a horned helmet on their heads.
We are simply farmers and families looking for a peaceful home.
As they rowed away from their homeland, they knew they might never see it again. For the first 5 days, the sea was calm, but on the 6th day, the sky turned completely black. A terrifying ocean storm hit them. Huge icy waves, as tall as mountains, crashed over the sides of the wooden ship.
Women, quickly cover the animals with thick furs! Men, pull the ropes with all your strength to keep the sail from tearing apart!
The ship bent and twisted violently in the rough water. Everyone was terrified, but Floki's brilliant design worked. The flexible wood did not break. They fought the storm not with axes, but with teamwork, courage, and pure willpower. When the morning finally came, the storm had passed.
But we are completely lost!
The sky was still filled with thick gray clouds. Floki calmly walked to the front of the ship. He took out a small wooden cage and opened it. A black raven flew up into the sky. The Vikings watched in pure silence. The bird flew high, circled the ship, and then darted straight ahead toward the west. A few hours later, the clouds broke, and they saw it. A massive, beautiful island with green hills and steam rising from the ground. They had found Iceland. Floki fell to his knees in the shallow water, smiling.
We have won the greatest victory of our lives, without ever throwing a single punch.